What is up, guys? We are about to go live. We are live in effect. What's good? What's up? What's up? What's good? We are live in effect. We are live in the building right now. What is up, Cortez? What's up, family? We are live and in full effect in the building. What's good? What's good? Just say what's up when you jump in. Johnson, what's good with you? We are live. We are live. And guess what? My screen should be nice and clear when I share my I'm gonna do some city searches. We're gonna do some city searches. But we're gonna definitely do these box truck Q&A questions that some of you guys have been hitting me up with on on Instagram, or you've been emailing me. So we're gonna get some of these questions answered for you guys. Canada. Canada. What's up, Kedar Ali? Good afternoon. Good afternoon, my family. Tampa, Florida is in the building. Just got off the road. That's what's up. Hope you had a safe trip. Kevin, you from CT? That's my hometown, Connecticut, Bridgeport. What's good? We in the building. Bridgeport. I'm thinking about running a load up to Massachusetts and stopping home when I get up there. I'll be really close. Ryan, what's up, bro? Salute to you. Salute for checking in, y'all. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We're gonna get the Q&A started shortly. Just let a few more people jump in on the live. We're only 2 minutes in right now, so yeah. Hope everybody has enjoyed their weekend thus far. Hope you enjoyed your weekend. So I got the screen crispy clear this time. I know when I did the city search, some of you guys were saying that the screen looked a little blurry. So um, I just switched screens. I double checked it, and it looked super clear and crispy. So we'll get to see what it's looking like in some of your cities. I'm gonna jump on. Just drop your questions down in the chat, and I will make sure I pop them up on the screen as I'm answering the questions. I will make sure I drop them on the screen. So relax, unwind, because we're gonna get some of these questions answered, y'all. We're gonna get them answered. I know y'all need answers out there. YouTube will only give you but so much. I mean, you can get pretty much a gist of what to do when you're getting your box truck business started, but um, like a few people that have reached out to me kind of started going in and uh, doing some things. And when you start getting a lot of people reaching out to you, once you get your authority, you don't know who's who because everybody that calls you tries to act like they work with the government to extract money out of your pockets. So be careful. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're gonna be yeah. Oh yeah, I got the load board up over here now for sure. The load board stay up. All right, Kev. I see you. I see you. Tampa, Florida. Tampa, Florida. I see you. Hartford in the building. So I'm gonna give it about 10 more minutes or so. Kind of let the live spread out, the notifications spread out, and about 10 more minutes, we're gonna go ahead and get busy. So whoever's in, whoever got the questions, that's who I'm gonna answer these questions for. So we can just chop it up, man. Amazon Relay. Amazon Relay. Yes, sir. We're gonna get it cracking. We're gonna get it popping in here, y'all. I just ran a ad on Indeed for drivers and got a good selection of drivers that reached out to me. Good selection. It hasn't even been a full 8 hours yet. So people are definitely looking to drive, y'all. So if y'all trying to find good drivers, Indeed is where you want to put your listing at for drivers. It's a good spot. The driver I have now is family members, so but I'm looking for other drivers. 2 weeks over the road. That's what's up. Said DOT in Virginia pulled me into the scales on Thursday. They did a full level 1 inspection and no violations found. That's what's up, Terrell. That's what's up. That is what's up. So something I noticed about DOT. So I have the Scales app downloaded on my phone. So I downloaded the Scales app. I think I paid like $12.99. The load I ran out to Alabama. I already had that load scaled, so I had it weighed. I bet you was nervous. I would have been nervous too. So I had that load. I already had that load weighed. So what happens is once you do that, once you kind of I believe it's called cat weigh or something like that. But anyway, if you go to like a pilot and you see it says scales, if you sign up and download that app, weigh your load, you'll be able to bypass those weigh stations because it already lets them know how much you weigh. Yeah, the cat scales. So I did the cat scales, and when I rode through like Georgia, it told me to just continue. It says bypass the weigh station. I was like, yes, I don't have to deal with DOT asking me 1,000 questions. So that's something I just figured out. I really just downloaded the app so that I can weigh myself and see how much the truck weighed. I think I was at 24,000 poundish, somewhere in that ballpark, but they told me to bypass. I guess they're able to weigh you when you are driving past the weigh station, before you actually pull into the weigh station. So that was kind of nice. I like that. So now, from now on, I will be weighing my truck before I go through, before I have to go through any weigh stations, because apparently you can bypass them if you've already been weighed, and somehow it sends them. I guess it sends them your weight through the app. It's like a certificate or something that comes to your phone. I like that. Yep. Didn't have to get out the truck, anything. I just kept riding straight through with the app. I said, okay. So from now on, that's what I will be doing. Every load I get, pretty much, that's outside of Amazon, I'm going to make sure I pay for it to be weighed through the app. Go jump on the scale, and I'm riding through. We about to jump on it. 5 more minutes. So give it about 5 more minutes or so, and we're gonna go ahead. It's 1:18. So 1:25, we'll go ahead and start the I'll start checking out some of these cities and then jumping in to some of these questions that are up here in the box. I'll start answering some Q&A questions. Yes. Yep. But so far, I'm liking the experience. My first truck is in the shop. My first truck is in the shop. One thing I will say, what is very important, you guys, is to make sure you are doing that pre-check. Make sure you are continuously doing your pre-checks and post checks before your loads and after your loads. Kyrie, what's up? I didn't mean to put that on the screen, y'all. Blessings to you as well, my friend. Thanks for jumping on the live. Appreciate it. Said Terrell, you said you did 2 weeks over the road. How was that 2 weeks, man? And was that in the box truck? Was that in the box truck? I appreciate you. Said it's Bigg Vic TV. Yes, sir. Welcome to my world. I was actually working on a new intro. I think I might let that one. I might hold on to this one for a second. So I had to put my first truck in the shop. Believe it or not, I checked my truck maybe about a month ago. I had got a P&M done. So I got the preventive maintenance done to my truck. And what happened was I was doing a pre-check. I pulled my stick out for the oil, checked the oil. And I really didn't see like a lot of oil on my dipstick. So I was like, I just got preventive maintenance done. They said they did an oil change. So I was like, let me go buy some oil, put some oil in here. So I'm like, why should I have to put oil in here? And I just got a preventive maintenance done to the truck. And somehow my oil was not really in there like I thought it was supposed to be. But the truck seemed like it was running fine. So long story short, they got to tear down the it was idling really rough. So they said a lot of my oil was basically blowing somewhere. Like it's real ridiculous, to be honest with you. Like just to even start, it's like $2,900, man. $2,900. I thought that was gonna be the fix, but that's to tear it down so they can tell me basically what they need to do to get it back up and running to speed. So I could be looking at about $5-6 grand to actually get her back up and running properly. So this is part of the maintenance part of running your box truck business. Thankfully, I did purchase the newer truck, and I still can keep rolling right now. Keep the money coming in while this truck is getting repaired. So all right, y'all. We got 3 more minutes, and I'm gonna go ahead and jump into this to these questions right here. Let me start from the top. So Terrell said you went northeast. You said you fired your dispatchers. Dispatchers are cool. I feel like dispatchers are for people who just don't want to search for loads themselves and really don't feel like doing any due diligence on, finding your own loads, because the loads are there. Dispatchers are basically doing what you could do for yourself. You know, they're doing exactly what you can do for yourself. You have some dispatchers that, can keep you running, but remember, at the end of the day, dispatchers are definitely in it for them to put that bread in their pocket so they can get that percentage off of your loads. Me and a broker had an interesting conversation yesterday. I just booked a load. I'm picking it up on Tuesday, going to Louisville, Kentucky. I've never been to Louisville, Kentucky, so I'll be headed out that way on Tuesday. Um, that should be a fun trip. It's not too far from me. Not too far from me. I think about six-ish, almost 7 hours. So I'm headed out that way, and I'm already looking for loads to bring me back without a dispatcher. I have a dispatcher, but I'm looking for loads for myself to bring me back in this direction after I drop that load off Wednesday morning. So I'll be staying over. They said this country. I heard it's country, but I heard Louisville was nice, man. I heard it was light. It was really nice out there. I just need the Neiman Marcus store, uh, Cheesecake Factory, and Zara. Those are the three things I need when I go out there. Zara, Cheesecake Factory, and Neiman Marcus. Those are my three spots that I need to hit up when I go out there. Yeah, so I saw a load coming right back out of Louisville, Kentucky. That would bring me back to Atlanta, because Atlanta's only like 3.5 hours from me. So it was gonna bring me back, but I went to go sign up, and it was through Snyder. So with Snyder, you have to have your authority has to be active for at least 6 months. So that's the first time I ran into that one, y'all. It's the first time I ran into that one. So, but the load was perfect. It was a perfect load for me to bring me back. And it was paying like 850-ish, something like that. So I was gonna take that, but he was like, yeah, go sign up with Snyder. And right in the onboarding process, it said only thing that popped up was my authority hasn't been active for 6 months. So I had about 2.5 months to go, and guess what? I'll be able to sign up with Snyder and get those loads. And their loads are similar to C.H. Robinson. You can actually go directly to Snyder and just hit the book button. You don't even have to talk to brokers. Like, you can cut all the broker back and forth jazz out. It was so funny. I was booking that load with the broker. That thing was like $1.20 something. So he's telling me, he's like, yeah, I mean, you're in a box truck, and I'm like, it doesn't matter if I'm in a box truck or not. I'm not gonna take $1.20 something amount. That's not gonna happen. Not going that far. So he's like, well, hold on. Let me see if I can talk to my broker really quick. Then he tells me they're gonna give me the load for what the shipper is paying them. Y'all see my face? I told him I was born at night, not last night. Come on, man. You're not gonna give me exactly what the shipper paid you. Where you gonna make money at? That doesn't make sense. So you can't let these brokers run this game on you when you're doing a negotiation process. They real funny, very funny, very very funny. But we ended up going from $1.20-ish, $1.30-ish to $2, $2 a mile for that run. I'm just sitting here like, why do we even have to play this game? Like, he tried to belittle the box trucks, like, you're not a 53 footer. And I told him, I said, first of all, I'm carrying 7,000 pounds and 12 pallets. That's a full truck. For me, that's a full truck. So I need you to treat me accordingly. Don't treat me like the little dude on the highway. Don't do that. So we had a couple of laughs in that conversation, and I went on ahead and basically told him, send me that Raycon, $2 a mile. Let's do this. So yeah, we made it happen though. But if you take the first thing they offer you, they will give it to you for that amount. I promise you. Too low a rate, $1.25, that stuff is just wait. You'll know it's too low of a rate if you are driving way longer than you feel like you should be getting paid for. If you can get close to $2 and above, like I literally started at like $2.75. So I'm gonna start high and then we can start working our way down. That's how I like to start my negotiations. I may start at $3 just to see how much wiggle room they have. Because believe it or not, a lot of time these loads are, a few brokers may have these loads. One broker may have it for this price, then another broker may have it for this price. You know what I'm saying? So you clearly know that they have plenty of wiggle room with these, rates and these loads that they have access to. And just because you're in a box truck, don't let them shortchange you because you're not a 53 footer. I'm not having it. I'll tell them no and hang up in a minute before I sit there and be like, all right, well, I'll take it for $1.30 a mile. You gotta be kidding me. If I take $1.30, that's because I had absolutely nothing else to bring me back to get back home. And I still wanted to make some type of money to get me back, even if it's just the gas money I made running that load to get me back. I'll probably do that versus not taking absolutely nothing at all. But I'm damn sure gonna work my mouthpiece to get me as much as I can for that load to bring me back. They'll have you. I've seen, man, they got loads posted for 50 cents a mile, 80 cents a mile. That's why the loads are still sitting on the load board, like on a DAT load board and truck stop load board. I'll be laughing at them things like, y'all gotta be kidding me. All right, y'all. So it's 1:30. I'm like 10 minutes behind for getting these Q&A started. All right, so let me see. Let me look at these questions. So Kedar Ali says, from Canada. Just curious, does Amazon Relay work in Canada? I have absolutely. I'm trying to think. Did I see? No, I haven't seen loads for Canada. Like I haven't even put it in. But guess what? When I go to the load board, when I pull up this load board, we'll put Canada in and see if anything pops up. How about that? That'll let us know if Amazon Relay is out there. We'll do Tampa, Florida. Good question. Johnson Way. He asks, how much was your insurance for the first truck? So my first truck, I put the value at like 10,000. So they go by the value of the truck, your credit, and your driving history. So those are the three things that kind of, and it depends on the state you live in. So that plays a factor too, as far as insurance. So my first truck, I had to put $1,800 down, and my premium monthly was $911. So $911 a month, $1,800 down. That's what was my insurance for the first truck. Now the second truck, that's a different story. Yeah, because it's a $37,000 truck. So the value is higher. Of course, insurance is going to go up because they have to cover more of the value of the truck. So, all right, let's go to the next question. Let's see. All right, starting out, is better to rent a truck or lease a truck? That question is always like a catch-22. So it just depends on like your situation. How's your credit? How's your financials? How's your money looking right now as far as how you decide to get started in the business? If you can find, if renting gets you in the game faster than purchasing a truck, then rent a truck. Of course, you're going to have to do, you know, kind of see how much it is weekly. You know, of course, you're going to have to run a certain amount of loads. You got to see how much they want to charge per mile. Like I said before, a lot of these rental companies are price gouging. Like they're ridiculous when it comes to how much they want to charge you per mile on top of the weekly fee. Leasing could be an option for you, but then again, when it comes to leasing, you only have a certain amount of miles that you can put on that truck, and then it's not your truck. So it just depends. Some people are having success renting trucks, but a lot of people that I run into that are renting trucks, they're still looking to purchase a truck. So whichever way works for you to get you up and running and started in the business, go for it. And then another thing with renting, maintenance. So you may not have to worry about maintenance with a rental truck, but if that truck breaks down and they don't have another truck to give you, then you're out of business. So you have to think about that too. Until they get that truck fixed, Next question. I'm gonna go to the load board after some of these questions right here. Let's see. Boston, what's up? Let's see. What's the market in Virginia? We'll go to Virginia in a second. Let's see. Yeah, this it can get expensive when it's time for maintenance. It can get really expensive. Oh, Progressive 114. Jeez. Says Amazon is the go-to starting out. Slug plug. Like that name. Amazon is the go-to starting out. But what are some other big contracts available? Like right offhand, I don't know of any other like big contracts right now outside of Amazon. I'm sure there are some shippers that you could possibly get dedicated routes with, but you definitely gonna have to like research those. It's all about building relationships. Next question. What's the ELD you use? So my ELD that I use is with Keep Trucking. I use the Keep Trucking ELD. I use the Keep Trucking ELD. It's very easy to use. But what I will say this with the Keep Trucking ELD, make sure like when you're driving that, or if you stop or make a stop, make sure you hit that button for driving. Hit it again when you stop the vehicle so that it knows that you actually stopped the vehicle. Because I've had a couple of issues where I just jumped out the truck, forgot to hit off duty, and my ELD still clocking me like as if I'm still on duty. I'm looking like, yo, I don't have no time this week. I'm like, where's all my time at? I didn't even go anywhere. So I had to go back in and adjust my logs because I was absolutely not on duty after that. So I'm like, yo, I'm not even running Amazon like 11 hours for the day. So I should have more drive time than what this thing is saying I have. So my ELD was just running. So you gotta pay close attention. Pay close attention to that once you do install the ELD. Make sure it's logging all your time correctly. When you're not driving, make sure you got not driving. When you're off duty, make sure you hit off duty. When you're doing a 30-minute break, make sure you hit break, not driving, and you're on break. So definitely make sure that ELD is you're using it properly. Let me find the next question. Next question. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Okay. So Big Rig Truck Ventures asks, Terrell asks, what boards are you booking your loads from? So I use DAT load board. The subscription that I use is like I think the 30 something ish or 40 something ish dollar one, just the lowest plan that they have on there. But for Truck Stop, I'm using Truck Stop, and on Truck Stop I have the pro plan. It's like 140, $150. But I have the pro plan for that. So far all of my loads have been booked on through Truck Stop outside of Amazon. I don't think I've booked anything on DAT load board yet, but because some of the same loads pop up on DAT, and Truck Stop usually has decent rates on there, but everything is negotiable. So, and if they tell me that's the lowest that's the highest that they can go, I just don't book the load. I tell them, see you later, bye. All right, so here's a good question. Kevin Carter asks, is it better to pay your drivers by percentage of load or by mile running for Amazon? So for Amazon, I was going to save this answer for my course, but since y'all on the live and there's only 27 of us in here on this live, I'm going to give you the juice. Everybody else they're probably going to end up watching this live stream anyway, but so right now, so I've seen ads on, I've seen an ad, or I was told an ad was posted on Indeed for another person with their authority in another state that was paying drivers like $14 an hour. $14 an hour to run the Amazon loads. So basically how that works is, and the reason I like Amazon Relay for paying drivers is Amazon makes it really, really easy for you to calculate your driver's hours. So, and I'm going to show you on the load board. Matter of fact, I'm going to pull up the load board right now. Let me share my screen. I'm going to show you something. This is a gem right here when it comes to you putting somebody in your truck and you want to pay them. So let's do this. Hopefully it still shows good. So I'm going to share the screen. Boom. So y'all should be able to see that really clear. Let me move the comment out the way. All right. Can y'all see that screen pretty clear? It should be showing clear now, because I know before it wasn't showing as crispy as it is now. Let me get a yes if y'all can see the screen pretty good. Boom. All right, so let's click on this one for a second. Matter of fact, let's click here. So if you look at this trip right here, let's say we're going from Spartanburg to Raleigh-Durham, right? The trip is 6 hours and 26 minutes. So if you're paying your driver $20 an hour, that's what? That's 120 plus a half hour. It's $190, right? That's $190. No, excuse me. I said $190, 120. That's $130. I'm tripping. So that's $130 that your driver would make on this load. So if you look at how much this load is paying, only $1.51 a mile. So I wouldn't even take a load like this unless it was above $2 or better. So right about 500-ish, maybe $600 is where this load would make sense for me to even pay a driver to run this load for me, because I already got to pay the driver $130, right? So that's basically how you're able to calculate that amount of money that you would pay a driver for your load. So right now I pay my drivers $20 an hour, and that's pretty good considering there's people that are paying their drivers $14 and $15 an hour. $20 an hour, drivers are jumping all over for an opportunity like that. That non-CDL drivers now these bougie CDL drivers, that may be something different. They feel like they are entitled to a whole nother. They want you to give them a $50,000 advance and all types of foolishness. So, but yeah, for drivers that don't have a CDL, even if they do have a CDL, $20 an hour is damn good. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I calculate the pay for my drivers. So if it's a short run like the Charlotte and back, that route might be 4 hours and some change. But yeah, that's how I take care of my drivers. All right, so let's see what else we got here. So next question was, let me move this from the screen. Let me move the screen share. All right, so the next question was, Khalik asks, is acquiring insurance and getting authority more difficult if renting? So no, actually it's not. It's not more difficult. Basically, all you need is to make sure you have a VIN number. That VIN number is very important because that's basically all your insurance company needs to have to charge you basically an arm and a leg. So the higher the year of the vehicle, more than likely the higher that insurance is going to be on that vehicle. Unless your business and your authority has been active for a lot of years, they're going to try to hit you with a higher rate, especially starting out. So if you were like already seasoned and with your authority and you had it for years, you wouldn't have to just use Progressive. You would be able to select other insurance companies. You'll be able to select other insurance companies because your authority has been active for years. So that's basically how that works. So no, you shouldn't have an issue at all, insurance wise, or getting your authority. You can get your authority without a truck, So you just need insurance in order to go active. In order for your authority to go active, you need to have insurance in place. So yeah, I hope that answered your question, Khalik. So another question, Slug Plug asks, are lift gates essential? So if you were to run a route, let's say with Amazon, you ran a postal route. So when you're doing dock to dock routes with Amazon, and that's basically facility to facility, if you don't have a lift gate, that's not going to be an issue, because you're basically just backing right up into the dock. They're loading your truck and unloading your vehicle, or you're loading it and unloading it. Just depends on what facility you're at. So you really won't need a lift gate in that instance. So, but what happens when you decide to go outside of Amazon, or if you run a postal route at one of these post offices that don't have, that's connected to like a convenience store, like in Virginia, my brother-in-law went to one there, and the post office was connected to the gas station or to the convenience store, and you have to use a lift gate in order to get that freight off the truck. Then you're going to be in trouble because you don't have a lift gate. So yeah. Yep. So yeah, a lift gate will be essential because some loads, even outside of Amazon, some shippers uh, or brokers, they may require you to have a lift gate to run certain loads. Because you may have to unload that freight to the ground or at the receiver. So yeah, lift gate is essential. A lift gate will essentially help you make more money. I would rather have a lift gate than not have one, to be honest with you. So slug plug, I hope that answered your question. All right. My guy, G, I see you. I see you, G. My man G in the building. He stepped in. What's good, y'all? What's good, G? Waiting for my man G to get that truck, man, so we can be out here getting this money together. All right, I'm looking for the other question. So Ryan said he used his lift gate on a few Amazon loads. Yeah, you will need that. You will need that lift gate. You may have to use it. And when I made it to that, I did that Bishopville run, and my lift gate was I had to use my lift gate because they asked could I bring that other pallet over to the post office. That's another truck driver left out there. He just left it in the middle of nowhere. Um, Q Legend asks, "Am I looking to get into the semi truck loads in the future?" Yeah, I thought about that. I definitely thought about that because I see the numbers for a lot of those loads, and I'm like, yeah, especially like on Amazon load board, but even outside of Amazon, it's some money. It's some money. It's some money. I may do it. I may not. Just depends on how where I'm at the time. So you can get slug. You can get a lift gate added on. So I got a lift gate added on to my truck at Forest Park Tractor and Trailer in Atlanta, Georgia. Well, it's actually in Forest Park, but it's pretty much Atlanta. But I paid like $3,900 to get my lift gate added on to my truck because I didn't have one on mine when I purchased it. So yeah, you can definitely get a lift gate added on to the truck. Go back to the comics. Yeah, but Terrell, you can still run those Bishopville routes. So usually the Bishopville route is connected to the Camden route. So if you decide to run that route, you're basically dropping both of those loads in Camden. One of those loads goes to the first Camden location, and then you have the other post office is like 5 minutes away from that post office where all the Bishopville loads go to. So yeah, you can kill two birds with one stone almost. So yeah, so if I do see that load, I know I said I wouldn't take that route again because I didn't know what the heck was going on. But now that I do know, I'll take it as long as the money right. Because that last one paid like $400 and something, I want to say. Yeah, so I took it. Does Amazon require? Good question. Justin Abney says, "Do Amazon require a newer box truck, or can you use an older one?" So my first box truck is a 2006, and they have no more. They didn't have a problem with it. So as long as you have a 26-foot box truck, lift gate, and dock height is right on that truck, the year doesn't matter. The year doesn't matter. Long as when it rains, your box doesn't get flooded with water, you fine. It doesn't matter how old that truck is. As long as the wheels are spinning, that engine is running, and it can get you from A to B, you fine. You'll be fine. So I hope that answered your question, Justin. Hope that answered your question. All right, we can really get into these load searches, y'all. So I will answer questions as we're going through these, going through the load board. So let's get. Said Ryan just bought a '07 International. Congratulations, Ryan. Congratulations, brother. All right, so I'm gonna share the screen. And I'm gonna jump in here with the screen. That's too small. Let's do that right there. All right. So y'all can see that. Y'all can see that pretty good, right? Let's jump into this load board. So right now we're looking at Columbia. We got 12 loads on the load board coming out of Columbia right now. 12 loads. 12 loads. $1.51 a mile. That same load last night was paying 500. Excuse me. Yeah, last night was paying like $502. I almost took it. But I didn't. All right, so let's check out. I'm gonna go back up to the top and see where we were at. Tampa, Florida. Let's do Tampa, Florida. Tampa, Florida. What's in Tampa right now? Tampa got a goose egg right now. Nada. No loads coming out of Tampa right now for Amazon, for relay. No loads. Within 100. Let's do 150-mile radius. Nothing. Closest thing is Jacksonville. That's 177 miles a day ahead for you. 177 miles. That's actually coming back towards my direction, Hanahan, South Carolina. All right. So that was Tampa, Florida. Next state we're going to do. Let's see here. What we got? Tampa. What do we have? Which state, y'all? Which state we pulling up yet? Next. We're going to do, yo, John said he got his CDL last week. Congratulations, John. That's what's up. Congratulations. Let's do Atlanta. Atlanta, GA. We're gonna do Atlanta, GA right now. Atlanta got 7 loads right now. 7 loads. Chattanooga, Tennessee to Laverne, Tennessee. This is where I bought my truck at. I bought my truck in Laverne, Tennessee. At the International Dealership, used truck dealership out there in Laverne, Tennessee. Yep. All right, we got Tennessee. Let's do Dallas, Texas, y'all. Let's do Dallas, Texas. Dallas has 12 loads right now. 12 loads. So notice something when you look at the load board. You see how much it is per mile? You see why the loads are still sitting on the load board? Nobody wants to run a load for $1.59, $1.58, $1.54. But if you look down here at the bottom, look at the bottom. $2.78, $3.43, $4.81. Look at this one, $14.75 a mile for only 20.8 miles, $306. That's in Texas. That's in what's that? Kyle, Texas. Yeah, I'll take that. Yep, I'll take this one too. See, it's $665. 239 miles. Yep. Abilene, Texas. I would gladly take that. All right, next city. Whoa, what's that popped up? See that? You see that early access? You see that right there? You see that? $616 available to more carriers in 4 minutes and 4 seconds. So this is what happens when you have early access with Amazon. That right there, I would be able to snatch that load up before it's seen by everybody else that doesn't have a good score. So that was key. That's important right there. That's very important. That won't last long. That'll be gone before 3 minutes is up. I promise you. At $3 and watch it. Let's sit here and see how fast that disappears. That's what we're gonna do. Let's watch it disappear. $3.19 a mile. 193 miles. $616.39. Watch that load disappear. Early access. This is why you need to keep a good score. Stay above 90% on your on time uh percentage with Amazon. It has 2 minutes and 55 seconds before this is available to everybody. Look at that. Amazon does this all the time. So if you're on the load boards watching, this is a key learning experience right here. This is a key learning experience. This is how I catch them $470 loads coming from Columbia to Charlotte. Just hanging out on the load board, just not being a creep, but just hanging out, trying to get the money. I'm trying to catch the money, y'all. Just to catch the money. That's all. So it still has 2 minutes and 11 seconds before it's available to more carriers. Look at that. I love when it turned green. That green mean money, y'all. That's money when that green pop up like that. Somebody gonna get it. I wish I was in Dallas right now. I'll be on my way. I'll be getting ready to get set up for that load already. Let's see. Got 1 minute and 45 seconds. I want to see if it disappears. If you know somebody in Dallas, Wilmer, Texas right now, tell them there's a load on the load board for $616 going to Shreveport, Louisiana, paying $3.19 a mile. They playing out there in Wilmer, Texas. They playing right now. They don't want to eat out there today. 1 minute and 14 seconds. So watch when this hits the load board and more carriers see it. Let's see how long it lasts on up here on the load board. This is too funny right here. This is too funny. All right, 55 seconds. So all the people that don't have good scores, they can't see this until 55 seconds runs out. 44 seconds. This is it's hilarious right here, y'all. I'm looking at the comments right now. Yeah, they do that. They put a timer on it. You hit if you hover over the lock button, it tells you how long before it's available to all carriers. 14 seconds. Yep. There's a timer on it. That 616 is not gonna last long. I guarantee you. At $3.19 a mile, it's out of there. Now it's available to everybody. Watch they chew it up. It's like that's a bag right there. What they doing? Let's see the refresh. See you later. It is gone. I told y'all. Once everybody sees that load, out of here. It is gone, yo. That's hilarious. I knew it was gonna be gone. Once everybody see it, boy, they hit that book button so fast. That's funny. All right, y'all. So we're gonna move to the next city. Let's do what we got here. Louisiana. Carencro, Louisiana. I never heard of that before. Carencro, Louisiana. No loads for Carencro, Louisiana. No loads. No loads, y'all. No loads for that. All right, let's do Hazelwood, Missouri. Hazelwood, Missouri. I'm putting y'all requests in right now. Hazelwood, Missouri. There we go. Hazelwood has 108 loads on the load board. Not looking bad at all. Well, at least not these top two not looking bad. 659. I'm going to scoop that bag right there. See, we don't have loads like this sitting on a load board all the time around in this area. When they pop up, they going fast. So it's 108 loads in Hazelwood, Missouri. Norfolk, Virginia. Let's go. Let's pull that up. Norfolk, Virginia. Norfolk, y'all got 2 loads right now. 2 loads. First one paying $2.30 a mile. Going to Corolla, North Carolina from Virginia. Then you got one going from Richmond, Virginia to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Yep. So y'all got 2 loads right now on the load board. Kyle, Texas. Well, let me not skip over. Said in Boston, them loads go in 30 seconds or less. Yes, that's right. These loads go quick. Like that early access load, I would have been the one to hit the button on that. It would have never made it to so everyone could see that load. I promise you, it would have never made it there. So we're gonna go to Shepherdsville, Kentucky. Shepherdsville, Kentucky. Shepherdsville, Kentucky. Y'all got 157 loads on the load board right now. It must not be a lot of people that want to eat out there, man. Because I'm looking at these loads right now on y'all load board. It can't be a lot of people doing relay out there. Because this is a lot of meat. It's a lot of meat on this bone right here. 157 loads. We got 7 loads, 14 loads out here right now available. That's sitting on the load board. See what I'm saying? Different markets, it's going to be different, availability of loads. There's a lot of box trucks in Charlotte. A lot of box trucks out there. For real. All right, so y'all got 157 loads out there in Shepherdsville, Kentucky. Let's do Kyle, Texas. Kyle, Texas. Kyle, Texas right now. Got 10 results. 10 loads. Got some good rates too. For the most part, $3.86 a mile. Yeah, I'm taking that. For only 118 miles. Yep. It's food out there in Texas. I see that. Amazon is paying really nice out there. Paying really nice. $4.25 a mile. Look at that. For 106 miles. Why is this still sitting on the load board? Because people not hungry out here, man. They're not hungry. Los Angeles, Cali. Let's pull that up. Let's pull up LA. Los Angeles, Cali. I got 12 results. 12 loads out there right now on the load board. 12 loads. 12 loads. Not too. Number is not too shabby. Not too shabby out there. I got my refresh on. I have my screen refreshing every 15 seconds. I need to see it when it pop up. So let's do Newcastle, Delaware. I'm just going down the line. Newcastle, Delaware. Newcastle, I got 53 loads on the load board right now. 53 loads sitting on the load board. 53 loads, $2.79 a mile. Let's do Nashville. Nashville, Tennessee. What's in Nashville? 42 loads sitting on the load board right now. 42 loads. 42 loads. There's money out there. There's money out there. So let me tell y'all this really quickly while I have the load board up. So, of course, now you know Amazon has a new they have a new third-party company that does the verification for Amazon Relay when you sign up for insurance purposes. So you got to make sure that you're by your telephone now, because now they call and you basically come on board after the phone call, apparently. So if you missed that call, I don't know how you get back in touch with them if you happen to miss the call to get approved for Amazon Relay. So once you sign up, keep that phone on you at all times, especially early in the morning. So you may get a phone call early in the morning for the actual approval, for them to approve you to do Amazon Relay. So yeah, I haven't figured out a callback number for that if you missed that call yet. So yeah, all right. Just want to throw that in there for y'all. Nashville, Tennessee. We're gonna do okay. We did Los Angeles. Let's do Richmond. Let's pull Richmond, Virginia. Richmond, VA. Yeah, the problem trying to pull Richmond up last time. Here we go. Richmond, Virginia. 5 loads on the load board. 5 loads are on the load board for Richmond, Virginia right now. 5 loads. Yeah, I seen that deadhead in Kyle, Texas. I seen it. Let's do Columbus, Ohio. Columbus, Ohio, 381 loads. Well, it's not actually in Columbus, so you got some deadhead. So these are the closest facilities out there. 381 loads. 381 loads. So, like my deadhead out here is usually about 80 something to 90 miles if I don't pick up at the facility that's 4 miles away from me, because the rest of my loads come out of Charlotte, which is not bad. So I just make sure I'm picking loads that are paying me enough for the deadhead miles that I have to cover. All right, so that's Columbus, Ohio. 381 results. Okay, we did Richmond, Columbus. Hey, my man John Dimmer says he getting ready to eat out there in Shepherdsville, Kentucky. There you go. That meat I'm getting ready to eat. Shepherdsville, Kentucky. You welcome, my man. You welcome. New Jersey is the best market by far, just from what I've seen on the load board. Well, let's pull up New Jersey then. Let's pull up NJ. Pull up New Jersey. I'll pull up New Jersey. 113 loads on the load board right now for Jersey. So see, when you're in Connecticut, you got a lot that you can kind of play with, because you're not that far from like Jersey, New York, Boston, Rhode Island, like all that's it's like tri-state, area. So you can be in the middle of some pretty good loads. So location is really key in Amazon when running Amazon Relay. So yeah, I think I did Charlotte. Like when I do Columbia, Charlotte automatically is in my radar. So let's pull up Charlotte. Do Charlotte specifically. Got 12 loads. Yeah, that was in it when I first started. This is what pops up. So most of my loads pop up for Charlotte. So you got Charlotte right now. We got 12 loads. And notice this depends on what market you're in. So look at the miles you see up here, how much they paying per mile. $1.71, $1.51, $1.51. And what that means is some of these box truck drivers in Charlotte are so thirsty that they're taking loads that are paying $1.51, $1.70 per mile. So what would you do if you were Amazon? I put more loads out there that pay $1.71, $1.51 a mile, because apparently y'all like taking those type of loads. So we're gonna put some more out there. So you literally have to wait for these numbers to go up, and Amazon is not just gonna let them sit there. They're gonna let them sit there for now, because it's not until Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but eventually all these numbers will go up. All these numbers are gonna go up because the loads have to be moved. So they're gonna increase the numbers on these loads. So just know, if you sit around for a little while, the minute it starts going up, that's when you better pay attention, because if you don't get it, somebody else is sitting there right along beside you on their computer waiting to get the same load. So, all right. All right. We did Jersey. Raleigh's pretty much going to pull up what Charlotte is. So, see, Raleigh is pulling up 3 loads right now. D Burns asks, how do I tell if it's a full or partial load? Well, it's supposed to be load that you're accepting. You'll know if you click on the load and you look in the description, or when you're setting up the loads, it should tell you whether it's a partial or a full load. You can tell by how many pallets that are on that truck as well. So if you got 12 pallets for you as a box truck, that's a full load. You can't put any more than 12 pallets on that truck. I haven't been able to put any more than 12 pallets on my truck. It's filled to the back with 12 pallets. That's all the way to the back of the box. All right, so we did Charlotte, did Raleigh, we did Columbus, and we're gonna do Waukegan, Illinois. That's a good market out there. Illinois is just a good market, like all the way around. It's a good market. Loads always coming out of Illinois, loads always going to Illinois. Like, look at that, 284 loads available right now. Look at the numbers. Y'all see the numbers? Look at that. Look at this early access load, 40 seconds. Watch this one, $930, going 265 miles. If you're in Waukegan, you only got 64 miles of deadhead to pick up this load. I would be going to get this load right here at $3.51 a mile. Yeah. Look at that, 19 seconds. Watch this, y'all. Watch if it makes it to all the carriers, it's gonna be gone the minute everybody sees it. Watch. 8 seconds left. 5 seconds left. Available to everyone. Watch this. Watch that refresh. Still there. It's still there. It may not be there after this refresh, though. Waukegan, Illinois. Still there. They don't want to drive 265 miles. It'll be gone. That's not a bad load at all. $3.51 a mile. If you can find something to bring you back, you cooking. You cooking with that one. It's not gonna be that heavy. It's only Amazon probably crates. I'm looking at the time, 13:45 to 22:01. That's from facility to facility, as you can see. you may have to unload, or you may not have to touch this freight at all. Excuse me. So that's Waukegan, Illinois. Let's do Cincinnati. I really wanted to see this load leave here, but it's still sitting there. It won't last too much longer. So see how this is highlighted green right here? That means the number is starting to go up on this load. And today's the 13th. You see, they need to move this load today. Look there, June 13th at 22.10. Yep. So it just went to $3.85 a mile for only 98.4 miles driven for that load. All right. So we got Waukegan. That load's still sitting there. I'm surprised. Let's do Cincinnati. The Natty, Ohio. Cincinnati has 160 loads right now. 160 loads, $2.20 a mile. Don't got too much deadhead right here if you're in Cincinnati. 12 miles to the first facility, CVG 5. That's not bad. Oh yeah. I've seen some of those loads coming out of Shepherdsville. I'm already John Demas. I promise you, I'm looking at those loads. I've been looking at them loads all day today, coming out of Shepherdsville, to bring me back this way once I leave Louisville. Yep, I sure have. Let's do Waco. Waco. I'm not going to Waco. Waco got a bad rap, man. 21 loads coming out of Waco right now. 21 loads. 21 loads coming out of Waco. Dominica showing me loads out in Tennessee as my nearest. Is it because I'm new to relay? Yeah, that's because you haven't generated a performance score yet, and you haven't ran any loads yet. So all you're probably going to see right now is, like loads out of Tennessee. But once you generate a score, you'll see the loads coming out of Columbia, Charlotte, places like that. Shout out to Dominica. That's one of my consultant clients right there. And I'm just reading your comment. It was down in the bottom, but I got you. Yeah, so I'm able to see a lot of these loads because I have early access to, and I've been running loads for a while. So if you just started and you just got access to the load board, you haven't generated a score yet. So you won't be able to see certain loads until you get a performance score. You'll see some loads, but you won't see like the good stuff. So right here, look at this load just popped up. Available to more carriers. I hope I'm not missing no money going through this load board right now. All right, so I'm gonna get to some more. I see some more questions in here. Let's see. Justin says, living in South Carolina, would it be smart to start with Amazon since I live about 45 minutes from the Amazon warehouse in South Carolina? It probably would. You could start, you know what I'm saying, just to get your feet in the game and start making some money immediately. Yeah, you can find loads on other load boards. But if you want to not have any hassle, don't have to worry about doing no negotiating, don't want to deal with going back and forth with brokers on the rate per mile, then you could go with, you could start with Amazon, start making some money. Just kind of like understanding the process. And one thing about Amazon, once you hit that book button, it belongs to you. That load is yours. you're off and running. So it's a good idea. If you're that close to a facility, I would definitely, um, definitely have Amazon on your radar to start making money immediately. You know, Khalik asks, is there certain day loads flood the board? What's your experience been like in that aspect? So usually loads come out on Thursdays or Fridays. Um, Sometimes early morning, sometimes they start trickling out through the afternoon. Um, so yeah, and there's usually a lot of them. So, uh, but now a lot of people are grabbing those loads like as soon as they come out. People just sitting back waiting on the new loads to drop. So I think I booked like 4 of them for this coming week for my driver. I think 1 for me and like 3 for my driver. But I'll be on the road, like I said, Tuesday. I'm leaving out to go headed out to Louisville. I pick up Tuesday, I drop off Wednesday morning in Louisville, Kentucky. So I'm looking for something to bring me back this direction. Um, let's see. Let's see what I got. Did I do San Antonio? I don't know if I did San Antonio. San Antonio, Texas. Let's do that. 8 results for San Antonio. Still got Kyle, Texas popping up for that. Like if you don't have a facility in your city, a lot of times it's going to pick up the next closest Amazon facility that may be like this one, 55 miles away from you, from San Antonio. What's good, Skin Can? I think I said that right. Skin Can. What's good with you? Ontario. That's right. We were supposed to look up Ontario. My bad, bro. I was supposed to do that a long time ago. Ontario, Canada. Let's see what's in Ontario. Oh, Amazon rolling out there. Yeah. Y'all good out there. Rates not looking too bad. Ontario, Canada. Well, this says it's picking up in California, so you got like 127 miles of deadhead, which tells me you're gonna have to come out of Canada to make money with Amazon. So you got about a couple hours of deadhead right here. So I don't see anything coming out of Canada. Nothing in Canada right now. So yeah. You're welcome, Dominica. All right. Let's do. Where do I see before I accept it? Kenosha, Wisconsin. Let's look that up real quick. Kenosha, Wisconsin. Kenosha, Wisconsin has 281 loads showing. You got about 70, 67 miles of deadhead, depending on which facility. No, you got one here. MKE5. It's only 14 miles away in Kenosha. So you got MKE5, Kenosha. Yeah, y'all got a facility there. Yep, sure do. Y'all have a facility in Kenosha. That's what's up. Y'all got 281 loads on the load board right now. Yeah, I think we looked. Did we look up this one? That load's still sitting there too. Illinois. Yep. Rockford, Illinois to Wayne, Indiana. $930. I would gladly take that. Memphis. Let's see what's in Memphis. Let's see what's popping in Memphis, y'all. Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, Tennessee. I had 123 loads. 123 loads. I got 7.77 miles of deadhead. That's nothing. That's nothing. But I'm looking at them rates, them dollars and 60 cents and $1.72s. Looking at them rates. The highest is $2.10 up here. Yep, at the top. So I got 123 loads. Yeah, no problem, kiddo. No problem. Justin, I did Colombia in the beginning. Like we got 7 loads in Colombia. 7 loads in Colombia. Austin, Texas. Let's go. 8 loads for Austin, Texas. Yeah. It's not a lot popping in Austin, Texas. You got 93 miles of deadhead if you decide to take one of these loads. They got decent rates though. And the reason they have decent rates because you got that deadhead right there. You got to fight with. All right. I'm gonna do Jacksonville, Florida, Shreveport, and I'm gonna probably wrap it up. Jacksonville, Florida. Jacksonville has 1 load on the load board. 1 load. Paying $1.52 a mile. 1 load on the load board. Shreveport. Louisiana. Shreveport, Louisiana. Why does it do that? Hold on. Shreveport, Louisiana has no loads. No loads in Shreveport. You're welcome, Rob. Phoenix. Let's check Phoenix. Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix has no loads. Nada. No loads in Phoenix, y'all. No loads in Phoenix. Let me see. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss a question. Make sure I didn't miss a question. See that? See what Keith said? It's what Keith said. Let y'all see the question, the answer rather. To everyone that is waiting for Amazon to call, do not miss that call. He said, I missed it twice and now they are taking forever to call back. That's right. There's somebody else that's waiting. They missed the call. And waiting to get accepted. Let me see here. All right, so I believe that is it, y'all. I believe that is it. I believe I got all the questions answered. So I hope I was able to answer some of you guys' questions. I hope I was able to enlighten y'all on some of this box truck business. Maintenance, preventive maintenance is very important. Preventive maintenance is very, very important, y'all. Very, very important. But yeah, I just want to thank y'all for coming to hang out with me on this live, man. I'm gonna start doing these lives every week. So if y'all have questions, we can jump in here on the live and talk about it. Check out the load board, and things of that nature. But so now you know if you want to hire drivers, you know how you can hire your drivers. You know how to pay them. So I didn't answer the question about the over the road. So over the road, if I have a driver doing over the road, I would more than likely give my driver 25% of whatever my load is. So thank you guys for hanging out. I'm going to go ahead and jump off of this live. Get me I'm feeling a little parched right now. And thank you for the donation too. I appreciate that. Y'all. So until the next video, it's your homie Bigg Vic. Always hustle, never stop growing. And for any of my producer subscribers that's out there, I'm gonna do a live. We're gonna do a live. I gotta do a live beat cook up for y'all just because I have been absent in the production community on my channel. To be honest with you, this box truck community, my number's been going in a different direction with this box truck community just to keep it all the way 1,000 with y'all. So, yeah. Till the next video, y'all. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. All right. One love. Always hustle. Never stop growing. Peace.